Hello there, it's Joe Man the Killer or Killer Games here again with another, in my opinion. So, this time I'm tackling another subject known as fat acceptance, or just being fat or obese in general, okay? So, I used to be very fat. I used to be very fat. I used to be 238 pounds before. Now I am 189 pounds. I've been doing a lot of weight training, so I've been gaining some pounds back as muscle, but as well as a little bit of fat on the side. Now, what I want to talk to you about is fat acceptance, this whole movement that people have when it comes to being fat. And most people that really follow this whole movement are women. I hope a lot of men out there, especially the men watching right now, aren't following this movement. This movement is complete and utter bullshit. And I hate it. When I was fat, I hated being fat because that just lined me up to being told names or not being attractive or being super greasy, slow, breathing problems, all these things that a normal person wouldn't like, you know? And then here comes along this movement to tell you that you look beautiful at any size. No, you do not. If you are very fat, you look like a fucking land whale. You look like a baby wheel, as the guy would say in the video, a fucking baby whale. So, this is the thing with fat acceptance. It tells you to be happy and positive about it when you know you're just killing yourself in a slow and painful death when it comes to being fat. And this is something that my doctor would always tell me, like, you have to lose weight, you have to change your diet. And it's not that hard. I want to give you guys the hope and the motivation for it when it comes to it. So, here's some things that I believe you should do when it comes to being fat and if you really do want to lose weight. Start jogging and weight training. Now, when I was 238 pounds, I usually jogged more often than I did weight training. My weight training days would consist every week of 3 days of weight training. So I would do usually around chest, arms, and legs. And if you're not that overweight, you can do push ups and other calisthenics in combination with those things. And most of my other 4 days would be my rest days, but I would consider jogging on those days. Usually, a rest day should be at least, depending on how many times you do your exercises, that same amount. So if you do 3 things of weight training from from chest, arms, and legs, you would have 3 days of rest. But what you should do more often is jogging and running. Now, what I also took into account was how much I was eating. I started counting calories. If I remember correctly, hold on, let me just search this up before I forgot how much it was for the average male. I know the average male caloric intake should be about 2,500, if I believe. And the average woman caloric intake or calorie intake should be around 2,000 to maintain, basically, right? And to lose for the average woman is 1,500. So I would eat around 1,500 usually as a man. I would eat that much. Most of my diet consisted of water, 3 meals a day. And being that I do a lot of running, I would run for like at least an hour. You have to run at least an hour. That is a good way to lose weight. You run for at least an hour, you jog for at least an hour. In the hot sun, bring lots of water. Don't overdo it as well. You don't have to go like the whole 3 miles in just one long run or sprint or jog. You can walk between intervals, but I do suggest running and sprinting more often when it comes to losing weight. Now, when it comes to weight training, you should do well, this is something that I feel like I should put into the description. There's a guy that does it, that tells you a lot better. His name is Elliot Hughes. He is I don't know if I should call him a bodybuilder or an athletic trainer, but he is very interesting when it comes to this, and he explains it a lot better than I would when it comes to weight training. But I usually do 3 sets of weight training because I do about 8 to 12 repetitions per set. So you would work out different areas of your body. It depends on which areas you feel work better. You should always work out your arms, your chest, your abdominals. I haven't done that as much, so I'm practically skinny fat. But this beautiful spring, I'm gonna use to get my abs in there. So I would recommend doing everything. Full body workouts are the best way to do it. You do compound exercises, which makes it a lot easier for you because you'll be burning a lot of calories and fat as you do it. Now, eating right, that's where it's a tricky situation. You can, whenever you do exercise, carbs are your main form of energy. You should intake, I think he said about moderate carbs, high protein, and low fat. That's what you should be doing. Most of your food should be lean. You should be eating your vegetables. Vegetables have lots of vitamin. They have lots of fiber. They keep you from being hungry. I'm not telling you to stop eating what you like to eat. You can eat what you like to eat, but eat them in smaller portions. Think of it as a conversion ratio, right? Let's say if you do a lot, you get to eat a good amount. Now, I'm not telling you that if you ran for, say, like the 3 miles or 4, and then you decide to eat a whole pizza, don't do that. That is stupid. Don't fucking do it. You're just gonna ruin your whole thing. You have the ability to eat at least one slice, but give yourself some self-control when it comes to eating. You have to have that self-control, is what I'm trying to tell you. And this goes out to a lot of men, because a lot of us are now becoming these fat slobs, and we're questioning it, why a lot of women don't like us, or why they don't find us attractive. It's because of this whole mentality that we see when it comes to eating, or just not giving us self-control. When you look at someone that's fat, you can see that there's no self-control when it comes to them eating. So it brings out this the scale of not being attractive. But finding women is also another video that I put into it. Probably a video about incels where I talk about personality instead. But attractiveness physically from the outside is what also matters, as well as personality from the inside when it comes to attracting women. But yeah, when it comes to this whole fat acceptance thing, and hopefully you women will see this too, because I want to give you a little bit of an example when it comes to this. Role models is an important thing when it comes to losing weight and looking beautiful, in a sense, right? When it comes to guys, you can think of a lot of role models, from athletic role models to regular models and actors. I can think of a lot right now, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Conor McGregor, Brock Lesnar. He's a good one. I'm trying to remember that other cheeky bastard. I forgot what his last name is, but it's Lou Ferrigno, I think. He's from New York as well. He's like another bodybuilder. But most people, when you look into it, Bruce Lee is another good one. Most people, when you look into it, they look at someone like Arnold, a bodybuilder that has won many titles under Mr. America, and I forgot what the other one was, something Universe when it comes to bodybuilding. Or you look at an inspirational video or documentary like Pumping Iron, and he explains his whole journey into becoming a bodybuilder, and all it is sculpting your body, and that's something that a lot of men like to see when it comes to bodybuilding. Same with women, they like to see men sculpting their bodies into these perfect physiques. Now, when a man looks at someone like Arnold, they get inspired by it. They find him to be as a mentor or someone that you can be like, wow, I want to be like this guy. This guy is chiseled. Look at him. He's big. He has big arms. He's strong. He has a six pack. He has all the ladies. He has all these things. He is a champion. And that's something that I want to say a lot of women don't find. A lot of women, they look up to other women, yes, but when it comes to beauty standards, women are more envious and jealous of beauty standards when it comes to this. And that's something that you as a woman should try and stop thinking about. You should stop thinking about that. You should be like, wow, I want to be just like her in the standards of beauty. You want to look at them as a role model, just like males do when it comes to bodybuilders or anybody in athletics. You always have to look up to those types of people. Following this movement of fat acceptance is just going to lead you down this bigger hole inside this bigger hole that you will fit into of killing yourself and becoming this unhealthy slob that a lot of men won't like because, like I said, even if your personality is good, some people also look for physicality when it comes to attractiveness on this scale. You'll also be a lot more happier when it comes to it. I remember when I was fat, I was never happy. I was happy at some moments if it comes to something because I used to be funny. I used to say like funny stuff to my friends. I'm not really that type of person for online personalities when it comes to this, so I don't make as many jokes because I don't have someone to talk to as well. This would be a lot better if I had like a co-host or something. But when it comes to being fat, right, I was never happy with how I physically was. Now that I've lost a lot of weight, I can do these things that I've never done when I was 230 something pounds. I could do things like push-ups, pull-ups, dips. Let's see. I can run for longer distances in terms of sprinting and long distance running. I used to play lacrosse because of it. I have bigger shoulders. I'm more muscular and stronger. I'm more energetic. I'm more happy with myself because I've lost all this weight. And this is something that a lot of people should start doing. And if there are any parents watching this, please try and control your children's diet. Try and get them healthy. That's the thing that you want. You want your child to be healthy. You don't want them to follow this movement that's going to end up killing them of a heart attack at an early age of 30 or 20, because there are people that are like this. Even healthy people have suffered from heart attacks and stuff, but that's due to heart disease and other things. Being fat increases the risk of heart disease, of heart problems, liver failure probably, and a lot of other bad diseases and effects to the body. So this is going to be a short video. It's already like 13 minutes long. Talking about fat acceptance and this whole bullshit movement. Don't follow into the shit that they're giving you. That's the whole moral of what I'm trying to tell you. So yeah. I'm gonna give you guys a good link in the description to places where you can learn more about getting your physique in shape and good items to use for getting there. I do recommend finding a gym membership. I don't have a gym membership because I have a place to work out at home. I do want a gym membership though, so I need to find a good job for that to hold that on. But I do have a good website onto getting jump ropes. Jump roping was another thing I could never do. It's called crossrope.com. I will leave you a code in the description by these other great YouTubers that are also good inspiration for jump roping and losing weight, called the Jump Rope Dudes, I believe. I'm not getting paid for this, obviously. So all the money that you're saving with their code Do the Thing is going to be going to them, and I want to help support these guys. These guys are amazing. I love their videos when it comes to working out and using the jump rope. Crossrope is also an amazing jump rope brand. They lasted a lot longer than the Capelli ones that I bought because those broke instantly once they dropped on the ground. And they send you 2 ropes when you pick the starter pack. So yeah, I wish you guys luck on losing weight. Thank you for listening to my opinions on this whole fat acceptance movement. Remember, bullshit movement. Don't follow it. Anyone that follows it, try and talk them out of this stupid movement. And have a nice day. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. This was Killer Games, Joe Man the Killer, and I am out. Peace.